Hey guys. Um, well, I'm doing this video because I had some bad news recently, and let's do that. Zoom out a bit, and basically, it's what I do. But obviously, we all deal with bad news in our life. So yeah. So what do we do to what will you see? Like mostly, I guess. Okay, the most common thing is most people go through the 5 stages of grief. That's basically what we do. Like as human beings, that's what we do. Like, and that is denial, anger, accept. What are they? Let me. I'm trying to remember. Um, trying to remember. Like, hang on, give me a minute. I'm just gonna type this in. 5 stages. Ah, stages. There we go. Here we go. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. Yeah. So basically, us as human beings go through this quite regularly. Like, you might not really think about it being true, but that's what a lot of people go through. Like, when dealing with some crappy news or something like that. So, basically, this is the deal, right? So, you might lose something like your favorite guitar or a friend or maybe maybe the friend hasn't died. Like grief doesn't necessarily have to equate to somebody dying. Like it doesn't have to be the worst possible news you've ever heard. Like it doesn't have to be death. All right. So we usually associate death with the worst possible news, right? So most people will experience grief on a regular basis, but they probably don't even realize it. So that's the first thing you should know about people. Like people, especially when you see someone they're just like down or whatever, like that's probably they're probably doing something like that, right? So that's the first thing you should know. Um, like for me, I just got some crappy news, and yeah, I wasn't happy about it, but I guess I'll live with it. So the doctor said to me, so I was getting chest pain for the last couple of months, and the doctor and I went for first I went for ECG, which is standard stuff, and I put off going to the doctor for so long because like this was like happening, like been happening, not happening. It has been happening, like it's a regular thing, like been getting the chest pain, and you're just going, well, it's not real bad, and um, like obviously you sort of go, well, every time I've been to the doctor about, or been to the hospital, or been to the doctor about it, it's been, well, we can't find anything wrong with you. So you just feel like a dick. Like you feel like I'm going to you guys and you're not finding anything. So I feel like a total dick. Like I'm going there and there's no reason for you to be seeing me. Like I'm wasting your time. Right. And I know a lot of people in hospitals who work in hospitals go, no, you're not wasting anyone's time. If you feel that way and you've got that problem, then you need to come see us. Right. But when you constantly like thinking in your head, like, I don't want to go there and waste people's time. Like, people in hospitals, they're busy and they got to deal with like really serious things. Like, it's not something that you want to be just turning up out of the blue for just some random thing. Like, at least in my mind. Anyway, so doctor did ECG, and then she goes, "Oh, I better send you off to the get another test." So I was like, "All right." I thought all they would find would be like a heart murmur. That's all I was expecting. Like I thought that would be the deal. Uh, no, no, they didn't find a heart murmur. They found that for me, apparently, I've got what's known as a bicuspid aortic valve, which basically, this is me dumbing it down really a lot. Okay. So in your aorta, you're supposed to have, okay, your aorta is your main, like, think of it as like a big tube, and all your blood goes through this tube. All right. And basically, the tube has lots of little leaky points throughout it, and it leaks blood to all your organs and muscles, etc. Okay, brain included. So everything comes through the aorta. All right, so it's important. Now, bad news there is for everybody else, well, 99% of people literally are born with a tricuspid valve, all right? So it basically opens and closes kind of like that. There's 3 points, it opens and closes, does nice good sealing, because we don't want the blood to be going backwards. We want the blood to only going one way, because the circulatory system relies on a one-way system. That's how it works, all right? That makes sense. But for me, I was born with a bicuspid valve. So it's basically 2 valves like that. So what does that mean? Well, nothing at this point, but it could be bad news for me in the future. So I've been a bit down from that, because it's sort of like, what do you do? Well, there's not much you can do. You can't change what it is. But and it'd been, look, most people will go there's a lot of people that'll go their lives without even knowing they had this issue. For whatever reason, it has affected me in a way that I have noticed, and it is no longer like a thing that I can ignore, which is unfortunate, I guess. But what's happening with me is it's got a thing known as aortic regurgitation. So the valve is what's known as a leaky valve. So the blood is going in up the right way, and then it's leaking. So it's not sealing properly, and it is allowing blood to go back into the ventricle, left ventricle, which if you want to get specific, and that basically is making the heart work extra hard to get rid of the blood. So basically that's what's been going on with me. So that's what's causing the chest pain. There is a reason. It isn't made up in my head. It is actually happening. So how have I been dealing with it? Well, mostly what I normally do is I just bury myself in work. And as you'll find, that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people who deal with bad news just bury themselves in work. Like, they'll just go, look, give me all the extra shifts. Let me just forget about my troubles. I just want to do something that I can do, which is go to work and do my job, because that gives me some peace of mind. Like, that's how life works sometimes. Sometimes it's the simple things that basically give us peace of mind. And in this case, I can't really do that, but I've been finding a lot of things to do. And I think, usually that's how I cope with grief. Usually I bury myself with work. So, yeah. And there are other ways people tell jokes. That's just a very common thing to do. People who get bad news don't know how to deal with it. A lot of them tell jokes and try to be humorous about the situation, even though the situation sucks. Like, even though you turn around and go, oh, geez, that sucks. Like, that's not good. But that's a common thing for people to do as well. And obviously, there's another common thing is to be really angry, push everyone away. That is a common thing for people to do. People tend to, when they're going through grief, like get some bad news, other people can tend to push everyone away. Some people can even go to drinking. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Drinking's not a solution. It might give you peace of mind at first, but obviously, you have to live your life, and you can't solve your problems with a bottle. So, yeah. So obviously, don't let that be like the only solution for you guys. Like, there's got to be things out there. Some people like to get away on a holiday. That's a positive thing, I guess. Like, a lot of people, they'll go out and travel the world, and they do that just to get some peace of mind. So there's that option as well. I'm not saying there's a right or wrong way to deal with grief or deal with a bad issue. There isn't. there's no perfect way. Nobody's gonna tell you like, yeah, that this good news or and I suppose as long as you're not hurting other people to deal with your problem, then I guess there's that. As long as you can turn around and say that, that's a good thing. So I don't know. So that's why I haven't been doing videos for a while, guys, because basically I had some bad news and I didn't really feel like it. No, I wasn't in the mood. I was just trying to. So I have to see like a specialist doctor and they'll tell me what's next. But at the moment, yeah, I guess at the moment I'm not doing anything yet. I was kind of obviously I did I looked into it. I shouldn't have done that in a way. Like in my head, I shouldn't have done that, but I wanted to. I kind of feel like knowledge is power. So yeah, it's one of those things I've always believed in is knowledge is power. So I've always believed the more you know, the more chance you have of doing something about something. Like because we're so powerless in this universe, like sometimes the only power we've got is what we can learn. And although in this case, I don't want to look too deeply into it because it's sort of like, if I do, then I'm going to invent problems in my head that don't exist. Better to just take this one out of my hands and leave it for the professionals. That's what they do. I'll just leave it for them to sort out. There's nothing else I can do. Just keep going to work, doing my job, because that's all I've got. That and trying to get a bit more healthy. Yeah, I've been putting off being healthy and fit, and the only reason I can give you as to why I've been doing that is because I haven't really cared. That's it. I haven't cared. And I haven't seen a reason to be fit. Or there isn't girls around where I live. So what am I trying to get all good looking for? Like why? Who cares? Like, and it's not like it wasn't like it was like in Perth. Like I wasn't getting there weren't really many girls that were really interested in me. And where I live now, they're not really interested in me either. So I've kind of just seen oh well, I moved on with my life. I followed career because I realized that if I wasn't gonna meet a girl up in Perth, or if there wasn't going to be any long-term future relationship, why bother? Just go where the jobs go. That's it, right? I know it sounds a bit negative, but that was at the right time. That was the right move. That was it. It wasn't I just had to do something positive for me. That was it. It was not like I felt any guilt about any of it. I didn't. I went a long time without having someone in my life, and then when I did, didn't work out. But that's all right. That's what happens in life. And oh well, I've moved on, and I'm doing the best I can, and that's all I can do. I'm doing everything I can. Work as much as I can, save as much as I can. I look after myself as much best I can, and I try to do the right things. What else can anyone expect anyone to do? I'm not perfect. I don't never claim to be. And that's life. So now I've got to deal with that. So hopefully I don't just drop dead. I mean, that's why I wanted to see the specialist mostly, just so it was on my health record, so that I assume it is now, but I didn't want to just turn up at ED and someone goes, oh, we've got this young guy here and he's just about friggin' dead on us, and what's the deal? Nobody knows. But at least if they've got that health record, they'll go, oh, wait, yeah, that's what's wrong with him. We can either do something or we can't, but at least we know what's wrong with him. Right? But that's better than nothing. That's all I got. So, yeah. But look, guys, I just want you to know, we'll have a look at this idea of getting fitter to try and stay healthier for longer. And maybe we can follow that journey. I don't know if you're interested in that. And right now I don't have a gym membership, so I won't be focused on doing gym work. I'll just be looking at walking, isometric weighted exercises with my human body, like just doing like calisthenics type thing, and just going with something like that. All right. And eating healthier. Obviously, eating healthier is going to be 70% of how I am, right? Because 70% of how healthy you are, a lot of it is eating, right? What you eat. So my friend just gave me all these pots and pans so I can actually cook now. I know, right? Ooh, but yeah, no, I used to cook. I hate cooking. So I always just bought like those microwave dinners. But obviously eating fresh food is better for you. So I think I'll try and focus on that, and that hopefully will improve my health. And we can see how much of a difference that makes. Now, like I said, the chest pain has been regular, like it's been virtually daily. So if it improves that and cuts that from daily to maybe once a week, that would be pretty good, actually. That would be a significant change. But look, for me, the aortic regurgitation is mild to moderate. That's how it is at the moment. So the only solution that will fix it will be surgery. That's it. So that won't be a fun journey, but if I have to do it to not die, then obviously I will. But I'll deal with that when it's time to deal with that. And I don't know when that will be, but I'll live with that. And that's life. I mean, that's what happens as we get older. Things break down. People aren't perfect. We tend to have problems. And for me, that's what it is. So at least I know what it is. That's something. But it is a heart disease. There's nothing I can do about it right now, other than just trying to be more healthy. And that's it. So, yeah, peace.